Hello, everybody. It's the Abstractionist. I'm here finally for Moon Summer 2025. I'm starting with Moon again. I know it already had like a video out, but I'm starting with it because it's Cancer season and Cancer is ruled by the moon, so I'm going to do that. This reading is for people with significant moon placements, fall detriments, domicile, exaltation, prominent houses, very significant houses, significant aspects to it, or you have Cancer in your chart. This is for you. I'm using Deviant Moon for the deck, so I'm not gonna do too much. The videos probably won't be too long. I just don't think people watch long videos anymore, which is a shame, but it is what it is. So that's gonna do 3 cards. We'll see. Messages. Got the Hermits. Okay. So, is hiding out. Let me just zoom in a little bit and I'll put these down here. Is hiding out your best option? Oh, that's a little too big. A little too zoomed in. Is hiding out your best option for safety, security, love, etc.? That is something that you'll have to decide for yourself. I think with the world, there may be a cycle of coming of security, wanting security, with the red toenails here, the red of sticking out, not wanting to stick out, not wanting to like be seen, rock the boat. There may be some ideas about like some ideas about rocking the boat, some ideas about being seen as a little too out there or stuff like that. So this just may be the season, and it's not just Cancer season. I'm doing this for summer 2024. This may be the season of like being seen and not feeling comfortable with that, not being feeling comfortable with being seen, being the center of attention, people agreeing or disagreeing with you, but particularly maybe there's a fear of like gathering like a following or being watched or admired. I think particularly like perhaps being a role model to people in a particular way. It seems like there's a little bit of an issue with that Hermit card. It just seems like it downplays like this. Your thoughts and your ideas are valid. What you have to say is very valid. What you have to say is very well rounded with a good perspective. It's a very mature perspective. It's helpful to people. It can help bring people out of their shell, and you can reach people who are in their shell because of the light that you possess. But it may just be like a little bit of like shyness on your part to become that mouthpiece, so to speak. I think that whenever people become like mouthpieces, like they do commentary or they give advice or something like that, like there is a bit of a worry for some people, the ones that are like trying to scam you. I guess hell no, they don't have any issues, but the people who genuinely want to serve, I think there is like a little bit of a questioning of self, like who am I to do it, but like more like, will this be received well? Am I putting myself in the best position possible to explain this? Like, do I have the qualifications to speak about this? Will I reach the right people? Like, how can I reach the right people? Am I going to lose myself in trying to pursue this? Like, is this going to wrap myself up? Like, I feel like there's a genuine questioning of self and motives when people are going to step into like really good leadership. There's a real questioning of identity and motives and perspectives, and it takes time with that world card to kind of build up the confidence to even put out whatever needs to be put out or whatever needs to be said. This could also be a conversation or a series of conversations that need to be held with people, And there's just maybe an idea of coming out of your shell and having a perspective. It could be a perspective of someone who's grown from one idea to another, one identity to another, and there's a successful completion of that, but there's a worry perhaps of being perceived. So some people maybe they have like a mask on when it comes to their world. So what it's like presenting is very underdeveloped versus actually having a very developed sense of self, sense of self-worth, sense of boundaries, sense of like progression, and people really would appreciate it. There's some people who would not, obviously, and some people who would rather you stay quiet with that hermit card. I don't see it like sheltered away, not seen, but like just quiet. But there are aspects, even if you're the most mundane person, there's aspects with that red paint, red toenail polish, aspects of your personality that are quite vibrant and alive. And people need to see that. And so there may be a contrast. I know with the hermit card, Virgo is pretty understated in terms of like energy. There's a lot more, I guess, interesting signs out there. Earth is not necessarily known as an interesting element to a lot of people, and especially the way we talk about it with regards to astrology and tarot. But I think there's a lot of perspectives that are minute and a lot of interesting things that I think Earth or whatever you represent here, right? Because you could have an Earth moon, a Taurus moon, or a Virgo moon. It's like the person who dresses very conservatively, but then like like maybe they dress in a really like structured suit and it's just like a bland color like gray or something, and then they like open it or take it off and the lining of the jacket is like so colorful and so like alive, and you would never think that that person would dress like that, or like they have a bunch of tattoos and you never got to see them until their off day, right? But within a certain environment they've conformed, and they may be in the process, or you may be in the process of busting out, and there is a kind of concern for what people will say with regards to that. I think there's a lot of warm reception that will happen. Some people will ask you why you didn't do it sooner, but I think there is going to be a warm reception with people. I think the people that are appreciative will come forward and make themselves known, because they're like, okay, like I see you becoming or showing up as like the best version of you or the more authentic version of you. And that means not all positive, right? Like being able to accept yourself for the more negative aspects of yourself without trying to take yourself out, so to speak, or put yourself down as though that is 100% of yourself is very important. And I think that is something that the moon people, the people who resonate with this, they'll have to kind of like deal with. And so there's that. But I think there's just a lot of moving out of comfort zone, maturing, understanding yourself at different time periods, understanding like the successes you've had with the Four of Wands there, and just like the journey that you've had thus far, and blossoming as like a person, right, in society, and kind of even perhaps if you're going to go like really large scale with it, seeing some of the progressions of society that allow you to do what you do, and some of the peculiarities of society and all of its weirdness, like very beautiful parts of it or very hidden things. This could be a sign of finding hidden beauty, perhaps in your natural environment, or just hidden experiences that kind of peek out, that show you the more positive, mature side of life, or the positive, well-rounded side of life. And it forces you to kind of think about the ways in which beauty is hiding right in front of your face. You have to have new perspectives to kind of notice it within yourself and within other people and within the world. So, thank you for watching, Moon People. I will talk to you guys later. I hope you enjoy this summer 2024 reading. Thanks. Bye.